Alright, and with that, welcome everybody to another edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, as we are here for the February 2019 channel update. I am Andy, the host of the Gaming Beatdown, and here we are for the February 2019 channel update. Got a few things to talk about here today. We have basically some channel updates to discuss. We have our some news and announcements. We have our highlight of the month to showcase. We also have our Q&A session, a caster of the month nomination to announce. We also have our monthly recap, our subscriber shout out, and much more. This is a lot to talk about here for this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, which is a thing I do once a month, where I basically just give a rundown on the channel and what's going on for the month and whatnot. And I should also mention, yes, we are going to be discussing the schedule for February of 2019 and when you can expect live streams and all that stuff on the channel and whatnot. So yeah, so hopefully everybody's doing well. January is already coming to an end already, which is pretty crazy. January just kind of just flew by and whatnot. But yes, we are now getting close to February, which is the shortest month of the year, which is funny how it's like the second month of the year and it's like the shortest, which I find is pretty funny. So but yes, it should be a pretty interesting February, as we got a lot of good stuff planned or coming for the month of February, I think. So February should be a pretty fun month for my channel and for whatnot. So yeah, but let's get underway here for our Monthly Beatdown Podcast for the month of February. And to start things off, what we always do for every month here for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast is to give a nice little subscriber shout out. That's right, where we give a shout out to people who were subbed on the channel for the past month. Yeah, we had a lot of subs for the past month, so I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to me and whatnot. And because you were a sub, you do get a monthly shout out every month on this the Monthly Beatdown Podcast as a thank you, I guess you could say. So that's basically the whole idea when it comes to that. So let's go over the people who were subbed for the month of January of 2019. So here we go. So thank you to Billy3802. Thank you to Gradydos. Thank you to Lemon Lizard. Thank you to Co-Paylord. Thank you to Captain Paladin. Thank you to Super Mutant. Thank you to Volano, aka 007565. Thank you to Jinjos. Thank you to Midnight Spy. Thank you to Dual Vision. Thank you to Infinity. Thank you to Takada. Thank you to The Random Reject. Thank you to Christy Coolcat. Thank you to Apparition. Thank you to Rasher24. Thank you to 5uberpone2. Thank you to FD907. Thank you to Matrix Mandible 5432. Thank you to Kippy00. And thank you to Edgehead011. So thank you to those of you who were subbed. These were our subs that we had for the past month here on the channel. So thank you very much for the sub. I do appreciate that. As I've always mentioned here on the channel, being a sub is always a 100% optional thing. You just get benefits for being a sub. Like you do get like emotes to be used here on my channel and all over on Twitch. You get a nice little sub badge by your name for being a subscriber, and the more you are subbed to, the different kind of badge you do get, which is pretty cool. You also get no ads whenever you watch me live here on Twitch. You also do get benefits in my Discord server. You do get a monthly shout out, like right here. You get a monthly shout out for being a subscriber and once a month and other stuff here. But like I said, it's always an optional thing. Just being at the channel always helps out the most. But if you'd like to go one step beyond, that's a way you can be a supporter of the channel, is by being a subscriber. So it definitely helps out a lot. And like I said, if you always would like to sub to me and get benefits for it, that's a way you can. So thank you very much for those of you who were subbed for the month of January of 2019. So yeah. So moving on here, we'll be going on to our next segment here, which is the month recap, as we basically do a nice little recap of what has been happening here on the channel for the past month. And January's been a pretty interesting month, I will say, as we'll start off here with Let's Play Nights. Let's Play Nights, we had a lot of games being played for Let's Play Nights this month. We got our first 2 games beaten for the month of, or the year of 2019, in fact, and they were all started in 2019, funny enough, and we got 2 of them down in the books. But we have been continuing one of our playthroughs, part of the Empty Wallathon Marathon. It was game number 155, and that is with Red Dead Redemption 2 is still one of our playthroughs currently going on right now. As of right now, we are currently sitting on 7 streams of this game. Still pretty, I would say we're about the halfway point of the game at this point. But yeah, we've made some pretty good progress this month, and we'll be looking to try to finishing it up in February for sure. Not sure when exactly in February we'll be done it, but yeah, it'll definitely be done in a few streams still, so sometime in February. It's been a fun game. There's been a lot of lulzy moments that have happened when it comes to just horse riding or just glitches or just deaths and whatnot. It's been pretty fun so far. This game is, I can understand why this game's been getting so many like Game of the Year awards and all that for 2018. It is definitely that damn good. The writing and the story is pretty good. Took a while to get going, but once it got going, it's been very, very fun. And I think this one is a lot better compared to the first one. I think this game takes everything from the first game and just like does it so much better personally. There are a few nitpicks I do have when it comes to the game, but I will probably go over that once I do beat the game. But I've been really enjoying it. It's been a fun playthrough to go through, and I definitely need to play more Rockstar games here on the channel. Like, I don't really play too many of them. Like, I think we've played GTA 5, we played Red Dead 1, we played LA Noire, we played GTA 4, and now we are playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So we've only played about 5 of them. So yeah, I definitely like to do more down the line here on the channel. It's just a lot of them are GTA games, and GTA have a lot of copyrighted music, and that causes a lot of issues when it comes to streaming here on Twitch, because you can get archives being muted because of it, and also just because when you upload archives to YouTube like I do, it just causes a lot of pain in the ass copyright strikes and that, which causes archives and whatnot just to get worldwide blocked, and that's because that's just how music companies are with their stuff. They're very finicky with their properties and whatnot, so yeah. But yeah, we've been continuing Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been pretty fun. If you haven't seen any of the playthrough yet, it's up on the collections section here on Twitch, or if you watch my archives on YouTube, it's over at TGBD Archives. There's a nice playlist there, and yeah, we'll look for more Red Dead Redemption on the channel for the next little few number of weeks still for Let's Play nights, so yeah. But yeah, moving on, we've also started up our first game of 2019, and it was a remake of a beloved PlayStation classic, part of the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and that was with Spyro the Dragon, one of our games for the Empty Wallathon Marathon. We didn't play through all the games in this collection. I'm going to be doing the same thing like I do with the Crash Bandicoot collection, where we'll spread them out over time and eventually get through all of them, just so I'm not going through them all in one go just to get burnt out by playing every game in the series, right? But no, for my first time going through Spyro, I did 100% the game, and I had a really fun time with it. It was a very, very, very relaxing game. I really enjoyed it. So I've been wanting to play a platformer for quite a while, because I think the last time we did a platformer probably hasn't been since Kirby, which was back in August. So yeah, it's been quite a while. So yeah, I can understand why this was a lot of a fan favorite back in the day for a lot of people who grew up on the PlayStation. I personally didn't. When I was a lot younger, I was more focused on Nintendo stuff. So back in that era, I had an N64 and everything since then was every Nintendo console after that. So I missed out on a lot of the PlayStation classics, and I've been trying to do that on the stream to play through all of them I've missed and whatnot. I've gone through a few of them, but there's still a few I still need to get through. And Spyro is definitely one of them. And I finally got the first of the original 3 trilogy games of the Spyro games done, and I actually really enjoyed it. Very, very fun game. There are some levels that are very, very, very annoying. Like treetops, for example. Like, holy hell, how is anyone supposed to figure out how to, like, 100% that level sometimes? Like, man, they expect you to just, like, think outside the box sometimes with some of these levels. But no, regardless though, even though that's kind of like a bit of a nitpick there, I still really enjoyed the game, and I've been told that Spyro 2 and 3 are so much better compared to the first one too, so I do look forward to what the other games have to offer. But I do hear they do get pretty tougher as the series goes on, so oh boy. So I have that to look forward to. But yeah, if you haven't seen the playthrough, the whole thing is up on the collections here on Twitch, also on TGBD Archives. We have a playlist there too with both parts. It took 2 streams actually to finish it up, which was not very long, which I didn't think this game would be very long. And that's the thing of a lot of these classical games, they don't really take too long really to beat, which is nice. And then we've started up our 157th game, yes, 157th game, and also another game of the Empty Wallathon Marathon, which was a last-minute decision. Originally, this game wasn't the originally planned game I was going to be doing for the Empty Wallathon Marathon. I had another game planned, which I'll showcase what game that was later on here for another segment, but unfortunately, it was going to be using my 3DS capture card, which I did get back in August, I think it was. Yeah, August. And unfortunately, I was running into some errors with my 3DS capture card, which was requiring me a specific, like, code that I never was ever given when I got my capture card with my 3DS. So, unfortunately, that game had to be postponed, and it eventually will be played sometime down the line. I have sorted all that out now, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, eventually it will get played here on the channel. It's been pushed back now for a later date, so it's no longer part of the Empty Wallathon Marathon. That'll be sometime after when that's done. So yeah, but instead, the game we did choose instead was another game that just came out a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was a Switch exclusive, and it was an indie game, and it was the 3rd game of the No More Heroes franchise, and that was with Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. That's right, definitely a lot different game compared to the other 2 games, which are more of a hack and slash kind of like game where you can like run around in a 3D areas and whatnot. This one kind of the same thing, but it was more of a top-down kind of view thing, and it was pretty more simplistic and whatnot. Nothing like, there was none of these like specific like Wiimote commands and all that stuff. It was just more like a button masher to get through most of the level, or all the levels basically. The cool thing is that a lot of the levels in the game were all developed by like different indie game developers, which was really neat. The game definitely had some pretty cool looking graphics at times. I mean, not the greatest I've ever seen. I probably think it probably could have looked a little better polished wise for graphic wise, but that's not really the big thing for me. It was more about the gameplay and whatnot, which when I first started playing through it, it was pretty enjoyable, but as the later levels go on, it does get kind of repetitive over time, I'm not gonna lie, which I never had an issue with that with the other original 2 games, this one in general, because it felt like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, going through a room, having to beat up enemies until you unlock the room to progress, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Some of the levels were pretty unique. There was some platforming stuff in some of the levels, but there wasn't really too much of that throughout the entire game, which was unfortunate, which I wish there were kind of a bit more of that, especially when you got to play like a different kind of game, as that's the whole idea, is you're getting sucked into a video game console. And playing through the different games and beating up the video game characters that are in there, or video game bosses, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I kind of wish there was more of like that racing-based mini-game that there was in that game. But unfortunately, there wasn't too many of that kind of stuff. It was more just going through a level from point A to point B and beating up the boss at the end, which I don't know. I just kind of wish there was more to it, which I don't know. But the cool thing is that the ending of the game is that they pretty much hint that No More Heroes 3 is going to be in development, which is very cool. So we might actually get a true No More Heroes 3 at some point. This was just kind of like its own kind of spin-off sequel, which was nice and whatnot, but I kind of hope for next time we do get an actual 3rd game in the series, because it's been some time, and I really like the first 2 games. The first one more than the second one, but the second one's still pretty enjoyable for what it is. But I think it's time for the 3rd one, and hopefully at some point we do get the entire 3rd game at some point. So yeah, this game was pretty short too. Took about 2 hours to beat, or not 2 hours, 2 streams to beat, which added up to about 10 hours or so of gameplay. So my whole playthrough of it is up on the collections here on Twitch, which you can find by clicking the videos button. It's also on TGBD Archives, and yeah, that's where you can find all that. And finally, last but not least, we'll have our final Let's Play Night cast as of this recording starting tomorrow for January 2019, and we'll be starting game number 158 for the cast. And for playthrough nights, and as with Kingdom Hearts 3, we will be finally starting that up here on the channel as of this recording tomorrow, which is January 29th, 2019. So can't wait for that. So don't really have much to say about that game yet. So expect a lot of stuff on TGD Archives and on the channel, and on the stuff here about Kingdom Hearts 3. So it's going to be a long playthrough, that's for sure. So look forward to that, as we'll be starting that up here on the channel on our last cast of January. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to me actually going through the game, so I look forward to actually going through it from start to finish, basically. So it's been one of my most highly anticipated games for a long time, and it's finally coming out. I still don't believe it is. Still feels like it's a fever dream. I will totally believe it once I have it in my hands, which will probably be tomorrow at some point. So I haven't actually looked back at my Amazon order if it's moved anywhere yet, so I'll have to actually look back if it's moved or not. So yeah, but yeah, I can't wait for that. So it should be pretty fun. So yeah, so that's what's been going on for Let's Play Nights. Like I said, if you've never caught any of the Let's Play Night streams for this month, they're all up on TGVD Archives and on the collection section here on my Twitch channel. So yeah. Moving on, Late Night Beatdowns. Now, Late Night Beatdowns has been pretty interesting for the past month. We've had a few streams here for Late Night Beatdowns. Our first official Late Night Beatdowns stream for 2019 came back all the way on January 3rd, 2019, where we played 2 games. First being, I believe it was Fortnite, which was voted by viewers like you. And always fun playing Fortnite, even though I don't really win. Just fun playing with viewers with this game. Say what you want about Fortnite. I mean, it's not my favorite game, but it's just a fun, easy multiplayer game to play with viewers because it's available to access for anybody, basically. So that's why I tend to play it very often and whatnot. Still looking for my first ever win for on stream. I have won before, just I've never done it on stream. I'm still trying to get that to be able to happen on stream at some point, which I hope we do eventually down the line here. We also played some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game's going to be pretty popular for the next little while, just because it's a new release on the Nintendo Switch, and it's Smash Bros. And it's always been a popular franchise here on the channel for Late Night Beatdowns. And I expect a lot of streams for Smash Ultimate for the next number of while here, and especially for the next month here in February, we could see the release of Piranha Plant, who's a free DLC character. So expect some stuff for that when he comes out for sure. Another Late Night Beatdowns cast, we played through some Rocket League and some 100% OJ, 2 games that haven't been played for quite some time. I think for Rocket League, we haven't played Rocket League since about a year ago. So last stream since I played Rocket League since this cast didn't come till like February of 2018. So it's been months and months and months since Rocket League was last played. And yeah, I can understand why, because the game doesn't really get too many like cool little updates as well. It's more of a competitive kind of like game nowadays. But nah, definitely would like to get that coming up again more here, just because recently they have updated the game where it's cross-play with every console now, which is very nice. So I'm hoping that can actually revive some Rocket League hype around the channel, because I do like playing it. I suck ass at it, but I really, really want to play more of it on the channel just because it's fun and whatnot. 100% OJ, another game I haven't played in quite some time. I think we played the Christmas event mode that was there, and that was kind of interesting, but I think it was more fun playing just the normal mode in the game, right? Just going through the board and whatnot. That's what I'm more like when it comes to OJ. The gimmick stuff is okay, it just kind of, there's a lot of rules to go around it, and I don't know how you win some of them. So I mean, they probably tell you too how to win, but I'm more used to just playing like the board game mechanic and whatnot. So yeah, it was a long time since we last played some OJ. Always like playing OJ, even though it's a salty ass game. I still enjoy playing it regardless. And then we played more Smash Bros on a cast, and also we played Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was a game that I haven't played in quite some time as well. There was a lot of updates since I've last played it, so like a lot of new characters and stuff like that. Definitely another game I'd like to dive back into more again here is Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's been a while since I last played that. I still need to unlock some of the new characters that they have added, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and then I think, who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy, but yeah, there's 3 characters currently out with the game right now that I definitely need to check out. And apparently Anakin is coming out pretty soon, the guy who hates sand, so I'll definitely have to get him and try him out and all that stuff. So I still need to play a lot of the games so I can unlock them, because unfortunately they're not available to you off the get-go, off the update. You have to still unlock them, kind of like how the old ways where you need to use credits in order to unlock them, and it's like, I would kind of wish you could just play them once the game was updated. I don't know. I really don't understand that, so yeah. But yeah, definitely would like to do more Star Wars here on the channel at some point down the line, so. And also, we will be doing another, as of this recording, on the last day of January. We will be doing another Late Night Beatdowns cast, our last one for January, so I don't know what we played just yet, so definitely come on by on the 31st of January, and we will definitely be playing that. Grievous, that was it, yeah, that's it, General Grievous, that's who it was, that's right, that's who the other character was, so, yeah. So, yeah, that's what's basically been going on for Late Night Beatdowns. All the casts for that are available on my Twitch here as well. The archives are also up on TGBD archives as well. So yeah. And last but not least, another thing that's been going on, of course, is our weekly thing, and that is Mario Kart Sundays with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Doing a lot of weeks with this, and this month I actually had a pretty awesome week 1 week. It came on the Monday edition on a few weeks ago. I think that, or 2 weeks ago, which I think was on the 21st. Yeah, so a week ago today actually. Which is the 28th. So on the 21st edition of Mario Kart Sundays, I had a new record, winning 10 of the 12 sets that happened during the night. That is pretty absolutely goddamn insane. I was too shy from winning every set on the night, which is unfortunate. I think I just got denied on like one set by one race, I believe it was. And then the last one, I think, was a battle mode, so that's why I lost those. But yeah, that's my new record now. I've been keeping track, like, what's my best record during a week, and yeah, 10 set wins during a week is now the pinnacle for me. I don't know if I'll ever outdo that, but we'll see. And we also been getting a lot of new people coming by from Mario Kart as well, because in case a lot of people don't know, Nintendo did a sale earlier in the month, which they never do. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe apparently was on sale. Splatoon 2 was on sale. And other stuff was also on sale. But yeah, a lot of people apparently jumped on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is awesome. So we've gotten a lot of new people coming by playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the channel, which is great, because it kind of helps revive the game a little bit too, because after like all these other games have come out and such, it definitely helps out a bit, which I still believe that this game kind of needs like some sort of update, like with map packs or something like that, to help it a little bit more, because I don't expect to be getting Mario Kart 9 anytime soon, because this year is mainly going to be focused on the mobile game, which I don't know when that's coming out exactly yet. They did say spring of 2019, but I don't know when that will be exactly, so... Which I think that will have some sort of like crossplay with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then stuff that you happen to get in that can get carried over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because recently there was an update for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe not too long ago, and I don't know what that's going to be all about, so we'll have to wait and see what's to come, because I do think something is going to come, because you don't just add Breath of the Wild link and then a few months after that just do a minor update. There has to be something else coming for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so, but we'll have to wait and see what that's all about, so yeah. So that's basically what's been going on here on the channel. Same old basically. Let's Play Nights, Late Night Beatdowns, and Mario Kart Sundays. So for this month's plans, this is what's going to be going down. As I mentioned before, we're probably going to be focusing mainly on Red Dead Redemption 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Red Dead Redemption 2 will most likely be finishing up this month. It's been a long game, but I've been really enjoying it, and we'll definitely most certainly be finishing it up this month. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be pretty much this entire month, so I expect that game to be played for the next number of weeks still, so probably won't be done until like around March or so. So expect a lot of Kingdom Hearts streams for the next few number of weeks here. It should be pretty fun. And then we'll probably be, after Red Dead is done, we'll be announcing our next game for Let's Play Nights will be our 159th playthrough. Yeah, so we're getting pretty close to 160 games already, which is pretty wild to think of. But yeah, it's coming up here, and it won't. And yes, I will mention now as a hint, it will not be a replay just yet. Replays will not happen until after 160 has been announced. So don't expect a replay of a game yet, of one of the 3 replays that were voted back at the anniversary show, not to be started after game number 160 has started or has finished or whatever, basically. So yeah, Late Night Beatdowns, we'll definitely be playing a lot of stuff here, definitely a lot of Smash, because I think Piranha Plant should be coming out this month. We're trying to want to get probably do more Fortnite, probably want to do Rocket League, because Rocket League's got the whole new crossplay stuff, and some other games like Splatoon 2 and other things, and OJ. lot of popular stuff, I will say. I definitely want to play a lot of stuff for late night beatdowns, and even stuff that hasn't been played in ages. I would like to do too. So yeah. As for Mario Kart Sundays, Mario Kart Sundays will be still here with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and stuff. And you're probably wondering about something about a specific Mario Kart game and how come that wasn't started in January. Well, I'll talk about that here in a little bit, so stay tuned. So yeah, so that's what's going to be going on here for the month of February. So it should be pretty fun. I think the channel is going to be pretty fun for the next little bit here. A lot of stuff that I feel pretty comfortable live streaming and all that stuff for the next little while. So it should be pretty good. So yeah, so moving on here, we're going to be talking about this month's schedule for February of 2019. It's going to be a pretty interesting schedule, so let's dive into it and showcase what the month of February is going to look like here for the channel. So let's just load it up here and we'll talk about that. Alright, so for the month of February, this is how the schedule is going to look like. So to start off the month, on February 1st, we'll be here with Let's Play Nights, as we'll be continuing our playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. That is where we're going to be continuing that. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be here again on February 2nd. This is a Saturday cast, so this will be day 2 of our playthrough of that. Mario Kart Sundays will be here on February 3rd, so that's what's going to be coming live here with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then February 7th, we'll be here with Late Night Beatdowns, the first Late Night Beatdowns cast of February. So I don't know what I'll be playing just yet, and what game gets actually viewer's choice game, so you guys get to pick what game gets played as well for that. February 8th, more Red Dead Redemption 2, probably continuing that, getting closer to finishing up the game at that point. February 10th, we'll be here with Mario Kart Sundays. February 11th, we'll be on a special Monday cast with Kingdom Hearts 3, so we'll continue more of it there. And then after that, we won't be back till February 15th with more Red Dead. Maybe we'll be done it by then. This might be our last cast of it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. February 16th, Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll continue then, which is on a Saturday. And then we'll have a Mario Kart Sundays cast on Monday on February 18th. So no Mario Kart will be happening on the 17th this month. So expected on the 18th, which is a Monday. February 22nd. We'll be here with a to-be-determined game for Let's Play Nights. Maybe still Red Dead, maybe it was something new. Who knows just yet? I don't know yet exactly, so stay tuned. February 24th, we will be here with Mario Kart Sundays. February 25th, more Kingdom Hearts 3, which is a Monday. February 27th, the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, and this will be our March 2019 channel update. So look forward to that. And then Late Night Beatdowns on the last day of February. I believe the last day is the 28th this year. Let me just make sure here. Yes, it is. So the last cast of February will be on the last day of February with Late Night Beatdown. So yeah, so as you can see here, we have only a couple of Late Night Beatdown streams. Thursday again, kind of getting locked away from me from being able to be streaming, but we'll see. If anything changes, there could still be Late Night Beatdowns, but for right now, this is currently what Late Night Beatdowns will look like for this month. Really, the only things that's going to be on Mondays really this month is going to be Let's Play Nights, and that's really it. And one Mario Kart cast. But other than that, it should be pretty much the same as normally. So it should be not too bad though. But yeah, as I've always mentioned, anything can change when it comes to the schedule here. So if anything does change, I'll let everybody know on social media or Discord if there's a schedule change and whatnot. So yeah, which should be pretty awesome. So yeah, and if I have any questions about it, feel free to let me know, and I will answer your questions about that regarding the schedule if you have any schedule Q&A or whatnot. So yeah, so that's what's going to be happening here for the schedule for the month of February. So not too bad. No, none of these Tuesday or Wednesday streams this month. We're back to being just Mondays as my optional day, or like my makeup day basically. So yeah, nothing too crazy this month, which is nice. Alright, so that's basically what's going on there. And yeah, so moving on here is going to be the stuff I bought or got section. So this is a section where I like to showcase stuff if I picked up anything or I was gifted anything during the past month. And this month I got two things. As mentioned before, we did have an original game that was going to be played here for Let's Play Nights for the Empty Wallathon Marathon But unfortunately, that game had to be pushed back because I was having issues with my 3DS capture card, so fortunately I was not able to play through it on the challenge as of yet. So it's been pushed back to another point, and that game was going to be another remake. So originally we were going to have 3 remakes or remasters being played for the Empty Wall-a-thon Marathon this year, and that game was going to be this game right here, Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser's Jr.'s Journey. So originally this was going to be played for the Empty Wall-a-thon Marathon, but it now has been pushed away for a little bit here for other games and whatnot. So yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't get through this as I planned, but it might have worked out better that way, just because now I'm able to start Kingdom Hearts 3 on its actual release date. So yeah, that's what is going to happen. Speaking of that, I don't have it just yet with me right now, but coming on the way here is Kingdom Hearts 3. It's going to be the deluxe edition of the game. So when we start off Kingdom Hearts 3, at the start of the cast, I'll showcase the stuff that comes with it and whatnot before we dive into our playthrough of it. So it should be pretty great. So yeah, so not too much this month, just little minor things and whatnot that I picked up during the month, and yeah, so that's basically all I really got this month. I didn't really do too much shopping for stuff this year, which is great, so yeah. But Kingdom Hearts 3 is still in development though. Liar. It's just not out yet. It's done development, it's just never coming out, that's all. Anyways, so that's basically that section. Kind of smaller this month for about stuff like that, but yeah. Oh, actually, you know what else I got? Travis Strikes Again. I forgot about that, but that was digitally. I forgot to mention that. That was the other game I got. So I got 3 games. I apologize. Yeah, sorry. So it was 3 games. And that was our replacement game that was going to be Mario & Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, but now it's going to be at some point. So those are the 3 games I picked up for the month of January. So yeah, or stuff I got basically. So yeah, so that's basically that. So moving on now is going to be our highlight of the month now. Yes, this is a new segment here, which we started a few Monthly Beatdown Podcast episodes ago, where we look back at the best highlight that happened during the past month of casting. And this month, I figured it was kind of hard to say, because there was a few of them I was deciding on. But this one I figured was pretty good, and it comes from our Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. And yeah, this was a very interesting glitch, that's for sure. So here is our highlight of the month for the month of January of 2019. So enjoy.
Now, observe as I, the great Benjamin Lazarus, will do what no man has ever done and cheat death.
Okay. I gotta see this. Oh man, here it comes. Wow! He actually did it.
Thank you.
Well, color me surprised.
Let's do that again.
Oh, I can't take it.
Here it comes.
You're pulling my leg. This is a bunch of dang boulder dash.
Nah.
A skeptic, I'm Benjamin Lazarus. I assure you, I am not participating in some hoax or carnival ruse. These bullets are 100% real. In fact, I challenge any member of the audience to come forward with their own firearm, and I will yet again display my uncanny skill to catch a bullet in my teeth.
Show us how it's done.
Is no one man enough?
I will do it.
Come on, someone stand up and take a shot.
Okay.
Okay. If nobody else is gonna expose this phony, then I will.
Hey,
I trust you are a good shot, sir.
I was about to shoot my gun.
At 100 paces.
What a dick.
My good man. Now, ready? Take aim. And fire.
I stole his spotlight. And he just leaves. I'm not even controlling that right now. What? Whoa!
Look where you're going.
How did it... I shot him, he was walking on his own, and now I'm outside somehow. Oh, okay. Well then. That was, something. Wow, what a show. Arthur Morgan was not impressed as much with that. Alright. So yeah, we had a random glitch that occurred in the middle of our playthrough there. And so what I guess what happened was because the NPC was supposed to fire the gun, but because I did, I lost all control of my character. So he ended up just walking on his own, and then out of nowhere, I like teleported outside the theater. I was trying to showcase real quickly that I wasn't controlling it, and then as I was about to switch my camera, it teleported me outside the the theater there. So yeah, so there you go. That was our highlight of the month for January of 2019. There was a lot of things that actually that happened during Red Dead, but I figured that was the one that deserved to pick. There was another good one I was gonna do that came from late nights, but that happened in December, so that doesn't really count, is it? But I was going to count it, but then I was like, nah, we should do it just for January stuff, so that was held back, so yeah. So there you go. That was our highlight of the month, and hopefully February brings a pretty good highlight. There's been some pretty alright highlights this season so far, but nothing too hilariously hilarious just yet, but we will be getting probably pretty soon to some pretty good ones, so yeah. Alright, so moving on here, we're going to talk about some channel updates here, and yeah, there's a few things I would like to talk about here, and the first thing first would be I want to talk about is a bit of something in regards another microphone here. In case you guys don't know, I have the ability to do this now.
Hello, how are you all doing today? Yay!
Yeah, so as you can see, I do have the ability to use a voice changer once again here on the channel. It's a whole different program compared to my old one. If you're older viewers of mine, you may remember that I used to use a voice changer here on the channel once in a while, but just due to my PC being a potato, it started not acting up or working pretty properly to use it with just one microphone. So I stopped kind of using it after a while because for whatever reason, having a virtual audio cable just stopped working for me properly. So I just kind of haven't done it because when I started using the voice changer now, it would start making my microphone go all staticky and whatever reason. I don't know what's the deal with that. It might just because of the driver and whatnot causing it that. So I stopped using it for a little bit. But earlier this month, I found a program that is called Voice Mod, and this program actually a lot of casters actually like using. It's very, very, very popular to streamers, and I can see why. The nice thing about this voice changer is that it has its own built-in driver too, which is great. So I don't have to use anything like a virtual audio cable or something like that in order to get my voice changing or working properly. So which is nice. And the only negative thing though is that I have to hear what I'm saying coming through my headset on this other microphone because it sounds the best that way personally. So we did try out with it just with one microphone, but didn't work very well as much. So that's why I'm using two microphones now. So the one of them is for voice changing, and the other one, which is this one, which I'm talking to right now, is my standard microphone, which I'll just talk normally and whatnot. And this is the one I'll be doing like goofy voices and stuff like that, where I can do voices like this, for example. I am the shadow of one's true self. Did Did you like my Persona reference there? Alright, so yeah, so that's a little minor thing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some games that do have highly heavy text-based stuff, and actually doing some goofy voices when it comes to it. I just need to get a thing now where I can just quickly like mute this mic and then unmute this mic on the fly, just a lot faster. Just would be very nice if I could actually get something that can do that, and that's where the Stream Deck would come in handy. So maybe I'll eventually look into picking up a Elgato Stream Deck at some point. But problem is, I do need some more USB slots because my PC is kind of running out of USB, so I need to get like a USB hub so I can use a lot of USB devices for my PCs. So I'll have to look into something like that. So yeah, but there you go. Yeah, I have the voice changers back, and it's working like a charm now with how I have it all set up now, which is nice. So yeah, and I really liked how it sounds. It doesn't sound like staticky or anything with like the old one was at some point. So very happy and very pleased with how it sounds. So yeah. So yeah. Next thing I would like to talk about is about Discord. Yes, I have some updates regarding my Discord server. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably have on Facebook, you probably have seen me talk about something about this about my Discord server. But if you haven't, I'm going to be talking about it right here, right now. So back in 2015, we actually did release the Discord server. Where I allow my viewers and all my community members to join a server just to hang out, or just to like keep up to date with me on my stream and all that stuff, and just a little chill pad, basically, I guess you can call it. We've had a lot of people who have joined the server over the years too, and it's awesome that everybody who wants to be a part of the Discord server. I do appreciate that. But here in 2019, I have noticed that we have a lot of people who are in the server they're either barely at the stream, they're barely active at my channel, or just barely active on the server as a whole. And they were just either there just because they saw it in my information on Twitch down below here, or they saw the notification that gets popped up by Beatdown bot in the chat, or they were only here for like one stream where I did like multiplayer stuff, for example, right? Like if I have Discord during a night where I'm doing like multiplayer gaming and such. They would come and be a part of it like one time, and then they would never participate or just talk at all in the server or anything like that ever again, basically. So I've been thinking about doing a cleanup when it comes to my Discord server, just to clean it up the people who are not very active in the server. So just want to let everybody know, if you are a mod of the channel, if you are a subscriber of any sorts, or if I know who you are, if you come by to my channel or whatever frequently, you have nothing to worry about. You won't be kicked at all. So anyone who's been here, and if I know who you are, then yeah, you won't be kicked. So don't worry about that. However, if you'd like to just make sure to confirm that you don't get kicked, I will have a thing opening up on my server. It'll be like a little chat room and whatever, and it'll be called, I'm gonna put it like Discord confirmation or something like that. I don't know, I haven't really named it yet exactly, but this is where I'll allow people to like just respond like if to not kick them, whatever. So like I'll say, please respond with this, and then you won't get kicked, just so I know not to kick you for the server and whatnot. But like I said, if you're a mod or if you're a sub, or if I know who you are, you probably most likely won't get kicked. So just want to see how many people are actually looking at the server as well too, just to make sure if they're actually active and actually noticing up and stuff in there too, right? If you have been kicked, I want to mention, if you have been kicked, don't think of it as a punishment of any sort. You are more welcome to join back in. Just wanting to do some cleanup on the server, just because we have a lot of dead accounts, or just accounts that are never even active on the server, right? So I just kind of want to just adjust and clean it. So I want to give people a long time to give an opportunity so they can actually respond to that. So at probably some point after this podcast goes up on the server, I'll make a little chat room thing and then a little bit of a post, and then people can actually respond if you would like to be still in the server and whatnot. So and if you have like multiple accounts in the server, so let's say, because I know one of my mods, Zach, who's right there basically in the chat, he's got multiple accounts on my server, just because Discord only allows you to be in a specific amount of servers with one account, so if you have multiple accounts, just let me know as well, just so I don't have to kick you or kick any of them, just so I know. Because if I do that, then I'll think, oh, maybe they're not active, or they're just in there and whatnot. So if you want me to keep them in there, just let me know, and yeah, I'll make like a thing where you'll have to like respond with like just say yes or no, or you'll post like your Discord ID or something like that, just so I know not to kick you, because Discord actually allows me to like search up the ID, and then you can actually just highlight over them and see if they've been active and whatnot. And I gotta say, we do have a lot of people who join the server and just aren't even in it, or just don't talk at all. So they join, and then that's the last thing they ever do. And I understand if you follow the Discord server. I should mention, if you just use the Discord server just to know when I'm live, and that I have no problem with that. I have absolutely zero issues with that. That's totally understandable. But for those people that aren't actually using the server to follow me as a caster, or just aren't active on my channels at all, or just don't talk in the server at all, if you're like on any of those three things, then yeah, then I most likely will kick you out from the server. So, like I said, the server is always 100% open to everybody, but I kind of want to start making it and cleaning it out to make it a little more active with people, right? So that's kind of the idea I want to try doing with my server. Just kind of make it lively, so it's not always just the same people always chatting, which I do appreciate everybody talking who's in there, but I want to kind of get a lot more new people, not to be so shy, and we want to just hang out and talk. That's all. That's all I ask. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna give a lot of people a chance to do so. So I probably won't start doing the kicking until around March or so. So I want to give people at least a month notice, just so they know. So then they have a chance to actually respond and let me know. So, like I said, if you're a sub, if you are a mod, if you are someone pretty frequently to the channel, or if I know you personally, you won't be kicked at all as well. So it's just more the accounts that I don't know who you are and whatnot. And like I said, if you have been kicked at some point, then don't think of it as a punishment. You can join right back in if you've been kicked. This is just to clean up the server, just to make sure we don't have like a lot of these random accounts that are just coming into the server, right? So, or just aren't even active on the server. So that's really all it is. So it's nothing bad. So like I said, if you get kicked at all from the server, feel free to join back in. It's as simple as that. So yeah, just wanted to clean out the server just because we do have a lot of junk accounts, or just accounts that are just dead in there, and yeah. So I figured maybe we'll just do a bit of a cleanup, because it's kind of due. We've had the server open since October 2015, and as of 2019, yeah, I think it's due for a bit of a cleanup. So we'll probably be doing that at some point. So keep an eye out I'll post the thing of it on Twitter and Facebook too, and there will be a chat room opening up in Discord at some point, so that people can actually just to respond if you need to actually let me know if I don't need to kick you out now. So stay tuned for that. So yeah. Alright, so moving on here, and our next bit of an update is from Mario Kart Sundays, and this is a little bit of an upsetting one, honestly. So as you guys know, last month, during the podcast, I did mention that we were going to be starting Mario Kart Wii custom tracks for Mario Kart Sundays as an optional Mario Kart game to be played for Mario Kart Sundays. Kind of make it so it's not always just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the channel. But unfortunately, I have come to some, how do I call this, technical difficulties, I guess you could say, regarding doing custom tracks on the cast. The reason for that is because it has nothing to do with modding the game. The mod and all that was installed, no problem. It had no problem with that. However, the only thing that's an issue with it is to get the updates for the game, and also the updates in order to go online and such. For whatever reason, my router that I use apparently is not supported for Wii at all. So I guess because according to the Nintendo support page, only specific type of routers will actually work for the Nintendo Wii, which is pretty understandable because the Wii came out in 2006. So it makes sense that it's not going to work properly, because my router does use 5G. It has a normal and a 5G, but for whatever reason, the Wii does not pick up on the router at all. So Using internet just is not possible at all for my Wii. The way to check if it works is to go to the eShop, or not the eShop, the Nintendo Wii Shop, which unfortunately does close this month. So even still, I probably wouldn't have known. But even still, I constantly keep getting the error codes and whatnot. And I originally thought it was because I have a specific security used for my router, but it turns out that's not the case. It doesn't want to connect at all for the Wii at all. And I did the mod, by the way, through the Wii U, so I thought maybe if I used the Wii U's internet, which it connects no problem on the Wii, I might add, if I use the Wii U and then go through the Wii menu through that, it should work no problem, and unfortunately that's not the case. So it's just the Wii menu just does not work with specific routers, which is unfortunate. I did try changing security codes too, and unfortunately it just doesn't work at all. So as of right now, custom checks is currently put on hold for now, just because I can't actually do anything about that right now. So it's kind of out of my reach right now. So if I ever do find a fix for it, I will let everybody know. But as of right now, yeah, I can't really do too much about that. So MK Weed Custom Tracks GP is currently on a bit of a on halt right now until I actually figure out how to fix that. Because I would like to bring it over, because Mario Kart 7 kind of did not want to work either. So I was trying to hope this would actually work, but unfortunately it just doesn't. Just because, yeah, it's unfortunate that it had to not work, just because my router is so new and high tech that it just doesn't work for older consoles. That's the negative thing about old consoles, and that is that it doesn't. You can only get support for so much stuff, right? So it is what it is. But like I said, I will try to see if I can find a fix for it, but I highly doubt it'll come anytime soon. So if I do find something, I will let everybody know. But as of right now, it's currently to be determined on when that will happen. So yeah. So for now, just Mario Kart Sundays is going to be focusing mainly on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe personally right now. So that's the only game we'll be doing. And yeah, so unfortunately it was going to start last week, like this past week. So like as of this recording, yesterday was going to be the actual start date for Mario Kart Wii GTB, or what is it, Grand Prix Custom Tracks or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, unfortunately I just can't do much about that. It won't work. So the mod is easy to download. It's just getting the internet to work for it is the issue. So that's really all it is. So like I said, right now it's just going to be on hold until I can ever get it fixed. So stay tuned if I will. So for now, it's just going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, poor Annie. It's like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is only nothing else. Yeah, it's like I'm only allowed to do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It seems it's kind of dumb, but what can you really do, right? So, but like I said, if I do find a fix at some point, I will let everybody know, and maybe we'll eventually get to start, but I don't know when that will be exactly. So, yeah, so sucks to have to make that announcement, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So I do apologize for that. So yeah. I was looking really forward to doing custom tracks too, but I guess I'm just not allowed to, it seems. So, but what can you do, right? So yeah. So yeah, that's basically my update for that. So yeah, it really sucks, but I can't really do too much about that. So yeah. But anywho, moving on is going to be our next segment, which is going to be our Caster of the Month nomination. That's right. So every month I like to give a little bit of a shout out to a caster here on Twitch that I personally think is awesome, and you guys should definitely check out if you enjoy me as well. So last month, our Caster of the Month was Mystic Umbreon, who does a lot of Pokemon stuff on Twitch and YouTube. You should definitely go check him out there. But for this month, it's I guess a caster who's been on here for quite a little while here on Twitch. He's been on the community here on my channel for quite some time. He comes by every now and then, and he's pretty awesome. And you may all recognize who he is by his username, but I'll mention that after I showcase his highlight here. So without further ado, let's showcase who that is. So here's our Caster of the Month for February of 2019. Enjoy.
Rex, are you okay? You okay, buddy? Rex, you doing? Rex, Rex, what are you doing? Rex, Rex, please, buddy. I'm concerned for you. You might want to turn around. Rex, please go home. You're drunk.
Good old glitches, eh? They always make some funny stuff that happen. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, our caster of the month for February of 2019 is Trumpet. Well, he goes by as Trumpet M Cool on Twitch. He does a lot of awesome casts on his channel. He does a lot of PC stuff related, mainly. He's been doing a lot of casts lately with his girlfriend recently too, so he's been doing mainly more of that. So that was a very old highlight or a clip of his channel from like a few years ago, actually, when he was doing a lot of Mass Effect stuff on his channel. So yeah, he's a pretty awesome dude. He doesn't get to come by as much as he wants to as much anymore, but he comes by every now and then, which is nice. So I think I saw him a few weeks ago during Mario Kart 1 week. So yeah, he's a pretty awesome guy. You guys should definitely go check him out over at twitch.tv/trumpetmcool and let him know I sent you guys to follow him, because he definitely really appreciates that. So yeah, so he is our cast of the month for February of 2019, so make sure to go follow him. So yeah, with that basically is our caster of the month. It's awesome dude, so make sure to go check him out. Next and last but not least is going to be our Q&A session. That's right, so once a month I like to doing a Q&A session to wrap up our podcast for the monthly update. And yeah, if you have a question you'd like to ask me here ever on Q&A, you can use the command !AskAndy, and it'll post a nice little command here by Beatdown bot in Twitch chat, and you can send me a question to a Google Doc. If you watch this live here ever on, or just not live, just if you ever watch these live on, or not live, just as a vodcast or archive on my YouTube channel, there's a link down below, and you can actually send me a question there at any point, any time, if you ever want to make me answer something that you have a question about. So feel free to ask me a question, and yeah, that's where you'll be able to do that. So we have a few questions here to start things up here. So we'll answer our first question here of the Q&A session for February's 2019. So here's what our first question comes from Trevor Head. The question is what is your score for the Super Smash Bros. World of Light playthrough? Oh, that's right. I never actually really did a review score of it. I guess I said my initial thoughts were I like the idea the World of Light is. I think it's pretty fun, but it does get kind of repetitive over time. It's kind of just you beating up spirited, controlled versions of specific characters, which I get the idea. It's kind of cool and all, but it does get kind of repetitive as it goes on at times, especially later on. It just doesn't want to end. And this is coming from somebody who 100%ed it. I think the boss fights in that were cool. I think the idea you can like have specific abilities for your character is kind of cool in that. But I do think personally that the Subspace Emissary was so much better. Personally, that's just me. You have all these characters, and it feels kind of a bit of a letdown a bit. But it's cool that there was a story mode. I just kind of wish it was more subspacey at times. Especially like if you've beaten it, there's a last boss in the game where you have like a bit of a platforming section. And I kind of wish there was more of that added to it as well, not just you fight multiple battles and fight 3 spirits, right? I think that would have been a little cooler, honestly, if there was a bit of a mix of everything there. Like, you can have a half of that and then some, like, platforming section in that. Because I think, I don't know, a lot of people didn't like that, but I personally liked it. I think it would have helped it a little bit more. It would have made it a little more interesting. I wasn't really expecting a lot of cutscenes in that because I've heard some things that Sakurai doesn't like having releasing cutscenes for his games just because they get leaked onto the internet, which I can totally understand. But I kind of wish there was a little more than just the whole Smash matches and all that stuff, just to save spirits and that. Some of them are very easy, and some of them are really hard, so there's not really a bit of a difficulty adjustment. Like some of them are just ridiculously hard, and then some of them are just easy. So I don't know. It was a cool concept. I just kind of wish it was more than just what it was, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's just how I feel about that. I personally prefer the subspace a little bit more, honestly. But if I had to give a score out of 10 for the World of Light, I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8 personally. That's probably what I would give it. Maybe a 6. At best, I'd probably say it's a 7 for me personally. The idea is cool and all. It just kind of feels slow. It feels repetitive, and it just gets kind of. It's like, okay, you can end now, basically, kind of feel, right? So that's kind of how I feel when it came to it. So, but I hope if they ever do another story mode at some point, it's kind of like the same ways how Subspace was, personally. This kind of would have been nice if it was more like that, but That's probably what I was kind of expecting at some points, but I shouldn't have gotten my hopes too high up because, yeah. But yeah, so thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Moving on here, our next question is from that one uncle from Nintendo. he says, after the Fighters Pass is done, what if Sakurai announces that there are 2 more characters to be added and will be decided on another fighter ballot? One rule, they have to be from the Assist Trophy roster. Ooh. 1 male and 1 female. Get creative. Who will you choose? Ooh, that's pretty good actually. That's actually a really good question. Man, I will tell you right now, Waluigi is not in that list. Waluigi can forever stay as an assist trophy. I am that guy. So, sorry Waluigi fans, but I think he's best as that. For characters who I think should be, that are assist trophies, that should be becoming characters. Personally, for female, I'll let you all know now. But I think for females, I honestly think Crystal should be a character, personally. We don't have a lot of staff users, or any staff users at all in Smash Bros, I should say. So I think she would be a really cool character. She's got the ice-like attacks with coming out of her staff. She can just use her staff as like her melee attacks, or her jabs, I guess you could say. She can use it for like her aerials and stuff, and smash attacks and stuff like that. I think she'd be a very fun character. And she'd be a lot different for a Star Fox character, that's for sure. Because all the Star Fox characters kind of feel the same. They all kind of have the same idea for their moveset. She would be pretty unique when it comes to being a Star Fox character represented in Smash Bros. I think she'd be pretty fun, honestly. So she'd be the female character I would choose. As for the male one, that is a very hard choice because there's a lot of good choices that are in there. You have Isaac, you have Shadow, you have Knuckles, you have Shovel Knight, you have Dark Knight from Fire Emblem, you have Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. It's a tough choice, but if I had to go with one, personally, I'm probably gonna go with Shadow. Honestly, as much as Isaac probably deserves it a little bit more. I just have never played Golden Sun, so I can't really come up with a moveset. From everything I've seen with him, he just uses a giant-ass hand and whatnot. He also has a sword, which I guarantee you probably can use that for, like, melee and that, but other than that, I couldn't even tell you, like, what his moveset could be with him. With Shadow, though, I can honestly, you can see, like, a moveset for him. Like, for him, the majority of his moves, like, he can be kind of like Sonic for the most part, so he can be kind of like an Echo, but he's got some differences to him. Like, his recovery could be like a teleport, because he can, like, teleport everywhere. He can also use Chaos Spheres as, like, his B attack. He can throw those spheres, because that's, like, one of his, like, abilities. His Final Smash could be Chaos Control, like he does with his Assist Trophy, where he slows down everything, and then he can just beat the crap out of you, because I think that'd be kind of cool. I also think that, what else could he do? He could probably use, like, a gun. Personally, that's, like, a thing he could probably do. He probably could spin dash, because he can do that in Sonic Adventure 2, so I would keep that. He probably could have some pretty cool and unique melee stuff, because his whole gimmick is that he beats people up with, like melee style too, so he can totally do that. He'd be pretty a fun character. Like, you can change a bit of him, like, compared to Sonic, and he can be just as fast as Sonic too. So I think he could probably be better than him too. So that's just who I could honestly think would be Shadow. Like I said, Isaac's probably the more of the better choice. I just don't know a moveset I could pick with him too. So that's just the thing. So my choices would be Crystal for a female from the Assist Trophy roster, and then Shadow from Assist Trophy. So those would be my personal choices when it comes to that. So, yeah. But yeah, that was a good question. Thank you for that. That was actually really good. Next question is from Anonymous. They said, you said you were planning on making big changes. Is that still gonna happen? / do you have something specific that you want to change? Yeah, there are some things I kind of wanted to change for myself as a caster here, and I've kind of been doing small strides at that. First of all, bringing back the voice changer is one of those things, because I really enjoyed using the voice changing programs and such when it came to stuff. That was one of my things for that. Definitely kind of just wanted to try to make things a little more lively at times would be the thing. So just what's the idea here? Just welcoming more people, trying to make everyone just feel welcome and not trying to just giving more attention to specific people. That would be another thing for me personally. Kind of just want to play things that I kind of want to enjoy a little bit more too, because there's been some games, I'm not gonna lie, there's been some stuff I played here on the channel that I kind of just played and not really cared too much for personally. Kind of now I kind of want to refocus that and just want to play stuff I kind of like mainly a little bit more personally. I try taking like opinions and stuff like too, which I don't mind doing, but there's been stuff I've done, I've chosen and stuff like it just feels like, man, this kind of is not that great, not too fun, honestly. So kind of want to fix up that kind of stuff. There's been an idea for me kind of like unbanning a lot of people, but that's still kind of like on the fence personally. I probably won't touch that option honestly, but that's been on the fence for me, kind of deciding should I give people should I unban some specific people, not everybody, just specific people. But that's still kind of been on the fence as we speak. So just kind of a lot of little minor things that kind of would help me like feel like because I don't know, it just makes me feel guilty about some things, you know. But it's mainly just been minor little things I've been trying to fix. There's also been like decisions if I still want to do like Let's Play cast, because it's been more. A lot of people seem to like enjoy doing multiplayer with me a little bit more than Let's Play nights. So that's been kind of like up in the air decisions, but I don't know how much will get changed. It's just there's just a lot I've been kind of thinking about if I want to change some things too. But it's right now it's early to say at the moment for sure. So. I'm just making smaller strides right now, just kind of make things a little more enjoyable for myself personally, so I'm not worrying stuff. Oh, another thing I've been doing on the dashboard here on Twitch, I've been kind of like, so I'm not worrying about a lot of stuff. I've been kind of like, because if you know on Twitch, you can have a button, you can go on your stats here, and you can like click it, so you can like hide all that stuff. So I can hide like your subtotals, your follow numbers, your viewer total and stuff like that. I've been kind of hiding that so I don't get paranoid over stuff like that too. So just little minor things I've been kind of doing when it comes to that. Just not to worry about a lot of things, because I know I don't need to, but I don't know. I always have it with streaming. It comes there's a lot of anxiety behind a lot of it. So and I think helping like getting rid of a lot of things that cloud your mind about it can actually will help out a lot. So just little minor things, like I said, I've been kind of like trying to fix to make myself just not be so paranoid or whatever when it comes to live casting and such. So yeah, so it's just been minor little things, but right now not too many big strides yet. Just this little things for sure for right now. But yeah, so thank you for the question there. Next question is from Anonymous. Kingdom Hearts 3 in 30 minutes. What do? It's wait, what? It's a game. You hit things with a giant key. You go to Disney Worlds, and you team up with a bad duck healer and a really actually kind of okay dog defender. And you beat up shadow things and such. I don't know. I don't really understand this question. Like, what do you mean, what do? Or like, do you mean like it's coming out in 30 minutes? What do? If that's what the question is referring to, then you get hyped as fuck. if you're a big fan of the franchise. If you're not, then you're like, I don't care. So, yeah. I don't really know how to really say exactly. So, yeah. I don't really get what this question is trying to ask me exactly. So, yeah. So, but thank you. I hope I kind of answered it. I don't know. Yeah. So, anyways, next question is from Super Mutant. It says, with Kingdom Hearts 3 finally here. Well, I mean, I don't really have it yet. It's not really here for me just yet. What is your next game you're looking forward to coming out this year? Ooh. Besides Kingdom Hearts 3? Personally, I don't really know, honestly. I really don't have anything that I'm, like, super, like, yeah, for. I don't know, honestly. I don't really have... Maybe Animal Crossing, really? That's kind of really it. Probably just Smash DLC, honestly. Because, I don't know. There's Yoshi. Yoshi looks pretty cool. But there's nothing that can be like, hell yeah for. Like last year, there was like Spider-Man I was really looking forward to. There was Red Dead Redemption 2, and then now Smash, and then Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, really, there's not really been much I can really be like, hell yeah for. I mean, I'll probably still pick it up and be like, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this, but I'm not like super like, holy shit, this game is coming out, I can't fucking wait kind of like feel, right? Right now, there's not really much that I can really like, I'm like too excited for. I'm like, yeah, there's like little games like the Yoshi game, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing and stuff like that, but I'm not like holy crap, I need this game like right now kind of like feel, right? Until I see more of it, that'll kind of decide it, my feelings on that. But as of right now, there's nothing really that's like kind of like blowing my mind at the moment right now. So yeah, Persona 5R, Persona 5 Risei, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Persona 5 Risei is gonna be a great game. No, that's not really what it's called. Maybe that actually, I don't know. It's mainly gonna be probably Smash DLC for the most part this year. That's really what I'm looking mainly more forward to, is who's coming to the game and whatnot, because it could be anybody at this point. Anyone at this point is gonna be in Smash Bros. I will not be goddamn surprised if fucking Master Chief is gonna be a DLC character. I will not be surprised if Travis Touchdown makes it into Smash Bros. I will be not surprised if Banjo-Kazooie makes it in. I will not be surprised if Sora gets into Smash Bros. Who, all of those are like my highly hope to see them into the Smash Bros. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. As of right now, though, like for game wise, like yeah, I can't really think of anything to be in. Like what I'm really excited for after Kingdom Hearts 3. I couldn't tell you exactly. If they announce a Banjo-Kazooie game later this year, probably that, honestly. That would probably be what I'm really looking forward the most for. So, but that's still not for sure yet. So, but so right now, nothing really. So, yeah. Just the hype is kind of like down here with everything else after Kingdom Hearts 3. So, nothing really, I'm really like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, too. So, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you very much for the question there. Next question is from Chain. It says, most anticipated character to look for in Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't say Donald. Damn it. Well, who else am I going to look forward to then? Damn it. I have no one else I'm looking forward to then. I'm just kidding. I'm looking forward to like everybody personally, but mainly Sora for sure, because he's back hanging out with his boys Donald and Goofy, right? So it's the last game you were able to run around with like Donald and Goofy with Sora. Technically, I guess you could say it was recoded, but I don't really count that because it's not like you're running around with an actual keyblade hitting things and they're controlling on their own. Last game that was like that was Kingdom Hearts 2, so it's been a long time since we've been able to like run around with partners like that, like an old traditional Kingdom Hearts game. So yeah, I'm just excited for just running around as looking forward to Sora and maybe Roxas, since he's probably going to be in the game. Yeah, just everybody for sure. Every character for sure, but definitely Sora is the most. And if I have to pick Disney characters specifically, probably the Toy Story characters. Toy Story is just my jam. And yeah, I can't wait to just run around the Toy Story world. That's what I've been looking forward to and wanting in a Kingdom Hearts game for a very long time, and it's finally going to happen. So yeah, that's what I'm looking really forward to the most, is that. So yeah, so thank you for the question there. Next question is from Super Mutant. It says, is there any big movie not named Avengers Endgame you're looking forward to this year? Probably Detective Pikachu. Honestly, Detective Pikachu actually looks kind of cool, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't too sure of it at first, but the more I see of it, the more I'm like, yeah, this movie looks like it's gonna be pretty good, honestly. So, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Seeing Ryan Reynolds as a anthropomorphic Pokemon, yeah, that looks kind of interesting for sure. I think does the new Spider-Man come out next year? I think it does actually. I think the new Spider-Man film comes out in 2019 as well, so you can put that down. Not really looking forward to Captain Marvel if that's out yet. I don't know if that's even out yet exactly. And also for Trainwreck movies, I can't wait for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Aw yeah, thick thighs, dude. Thick thighs and spin dash. I want to see how bad that movie's gonna end up being. That for me personally, I just want to know how bad it will be. So that's what I kind of am looking forward to. But yeah, since I can't answer it. Avengers Endgame is like probably what it is. Maybe Star Wars as well, but I don't think that's. Yeah, Star Wars is out this year, right? Yeah. Star Wars is out this year. So maybe that as well. Star Wars is also coming out this year, so yeah. So that's probably what I am most likely looking forward to for sure. So we need end of the year memes to be fresh to go into 2020 with that. Thank you, Sonic. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, so that's probably what I'm looking forward to when it comes to film-wise. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Oh yeah, Toy Story. I forgot about that. Toy Story does come out this year. Toy Story 4, in fact. Okay, put that on the list too. Yeah, I forgot about that. So put that on the list as well. I totally forgot about that. So yeah. But yeah, thank you for the question there. Next question is from Anonymous. The question is, ever thought of ditching the schedule and just streaming whenever? Yeah, actually, I have, actually. I honestly have thought maybe ditching the schedule at some point and just stream whenever, because as I've found out, like, as the stream has gone on over the years, like, I can't always stream on, like, the days I have normally planned. So I have wanted to actually, like, just stream to whenever, like, not have to have dedicated days for it, and to just decide when I kind of want to stream. Like, I've always kind of wanted to change up the day schedule, too. So I can at least have like a Saturday off or whatever, so I don't have to stream on all the weekend days, right? So just to stream on like weekdays and whatever. Always wanted to like stream earlier times too, because I think that could actually be nice too, so I'm not streaming so late. But I don't know how that would really work when it comes to like a lot of my community members who like the cast and are busy during the day, so that's kind of like stops me from trying to like change the time zone change and whatnot. But yeah, I kind of wanted to change, like, just having the schedule in general, just whenever, like, specific days, and, like, not stream, like, on, like, Fridays or Saturdays all the time, just stream, like, whenever, basically, when I can, just so I can go do other things besides streaming, right, so, yeah, just, like, little things, like, I don't know, I kind of have had thoughts, kind of wanting to change the schedule, so it's not always just, like, 4 stream days in a row, because, not gonna lie, 4 stream days in a row some weeks is very tiring. It's very tiring. That's like 20 hours of streaming in 4 days, which is pretty tiring after a while. So being able to like probably stream for 2 days, take a day break, and then stream 2 days after that would be kind of nice. That's kind of what I like, but yeah, I don't know. I've kind of always liked the schedule idea too, just because people know when I'll be live, right? So, but I have kind of thought about if I wanted to actually change the schedule or whatnot. At all. It's been a thing I've thought about for a while, so, but, yeah, it's still kind of a deciding thing, and going back to my question before, if I'm ever going to be changing anything, and, like, that's probably one thing I've been kind of deciding on, is changing that, for sure, so, just don't know exactly when yet, so, if I will continue with the schedule, like, format or whatnot, then just stream whenever, basically. I don't know. 24-hour cast or Riot. Dude, I can't do a 24-hour cast in 2019. If this was me back in like 2012, for sure I would probably do it. But after doing it one time, I was like, I'm never doing that again. After one time doing it, I could never do it again. I can't. I'm glad to say I was able to do it once, but yeah, I would never do it again. Probably only reason because I didn't prepare for it very well originally. And that's probably why I never want to do it ever again. So I like streaming like just for 5 hours. 5 hours alone is already tiring enough at times. So yeah. So yeah. So thank you for the question there. Yeah, it's a to be determined thing if I'll do the schedule thing or ditch it or whatnot. I've kind of been deciding if I wanted to or not. So Just don't know when I would change that yet. Probably not this season. Probably change it in like a sometime down the line. Exactly. Just probably for next season or something like that. So, but as of right now, no changes right now when it comes to that. But it's been I've thought of it. That's for sure. So, yeah. So yeah, that was every question I got there. I'll give it a second here if anyone's got any more questions, and if not, then that will wrap up our Q&A session for the month of the February channel update. So yeah, so if you have a question, once again, make sure to use the command Ask Andy in the Twitch chat here. There'll be a Google Doc you can actually you can fill out. You can leave your Twitch name, your question there, and I'll answer it if you have anything. And if not, then that'll be all. So I'll give it a few minutes before we do. And yes, only a couple minutes for until Kingdom Hearts 3 is out in North America. That's pretty crazy. I don't have it yet because I got it physically. So, but we'll be starting that as of this recording on January 29th. So I look forward to starting that up. It should be pretty damn good. I look forward to it. So yeah. However, right now to me, it doesn't exist because it's not in my hands as we speak. So yeah. Boo, Andy. What do you mean boo? Why are you booing me? I'm sorry, I wanted the collector's edition. The Amazon drones are gonna steal everyone's copies. I'm telling you, Andy, it's still in development. It is still in development because it's not in my hand right now as we speak. So yeah. There's a reason why I didn't get it digitally, because I wanted to get the deluxe edition and the physical copy and all that stuff. So that's the reason why. So I want that. Okay, we got one more question here. It's from Anonymous, and the question is, does Andy have a grill? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I am forever alone. I am not. I'm single as a Pringle, as they say. I don't know who says that exactly, but that's what I call it. But no, I do not. Forever Alone Club. Woo, yeah, woo. Andy, do you have a grill? Oh yeah, that's right. I have a grill. It's called a barbecue grill. It grills some good meat. Also, I have another one. Her name's Foreman. Foreman Grill. She makes good sandwich. Grills some good meat. Yeah, grills some good meat. Yep. You'll find your soulmate. Yeah, probably one day. I'm in no rush, honestly. I'm in no rush. But yeah, I think that's all of our questions. Actually, you know what? I'll check one more place. Actually, the Streamlabs, because I don't think I've ever really checked that in quite some time. But I don't really check that anymore, because I don't really use it anymore. Because I used to use the Google Doc. But I figured this time I'll check out if we have any questions there, which I don't probably think we do. So I'm just gonna quickly look that up here to see if we do or not. No. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, App asked the question here. He asked, can we see more Legacy of the Duelist? That was fun to watch. You know what? Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Legacy of the Duelist would be a really, really fun game to play again. I actually really enjoyed streaming that. That was actually kind of fun. So maybe I'll do that again, actually. A lot of people actually liked when I play the Yu-Gi-Oh game on the channel, so maybe I'll do that again, actually. Oh, we got another question from Edge. He says, what's one game you really regret buying? One game I really regret buying. Honestly, probably Destiny. I think I've mentioned that before on the cast. I kind of regret buying the first Destiny game. That game, oh boy. I thought that game would be really fun. No, it's not. I don't really like it. If people like Destiny, nope, there's nothing wrong with that, but I could not get into it. I tried. I couldn't see the hype. I couldn't get into the hype. I liked Halo. I liked Bungie. I just couldn't get into that. Sticker Star. Oh, Sticker Star is another one actually. Yeah, I regret that one too. Sticker Star is kind of meh as well. Another one is probably Assassin's Creed 3. I had so much hype going into that game. I even got the collectors. I even got the what is it? The statue that's up there. It's right there. That's one right here. That's the statue that came with it. And man, that was a very disappointing ending. I wasn't a big fan of Assassin's Creed 3. I think AC3 is still my least favorite in the whole series. Personally, I regret owning Sonic Forces. I mean, I don't, because I have Sonic Boom and I regret buying that. I totally regret buying that game for sure. That Sonic Boom was a regret, but I did it just because I thought it'd be funny to play through on cast. And sure enough, it was. You sent a question, did you? Hold on. Oh, I got 5 more questions here. Okay, I'll answer those, and then that'll probably be it for our Q&A session. But yeah, those are probably the games I regret buying the most. Honestly, were those. Another one I have to think of. Let me just see what I have. Probably. Oh, actually, I know. Probably Little Big Planet 3 because I barely play it. Because I don't know if I have anybody who owns it. So I kind of have no one to play it with. So I kind of regret that. Oh, and probably Monster Hunter World for PS4. I bought it one time. I played it one time, and yeah, never really got to play it again ever then. Same with Sea of Thieves. I was really looking forward to Sea of Thieves, and yeah, again, just only played it once, and that was really it. So yeah, but thank you for the question there. Next one is from Anonymous. It says, "Do you know who I am?" I do not know. Are you the boogeyman? And you coming to get me? Is that who you are? Alright, thank you for that question there. Next question from Generic Background Zombie number 487. Resident Evil 2? Ooh. Maybe? Maybe not anytime soon, because I've not really played a lot of Resident Evil games. I've only played, not on the channel though, but just in general, I've only played 4 and 5. 5 it was co-op with, I co-opted it with a friend. Those were the only 2 Resident Evil games I've ever played. I've not played 7. I've not played 6, which I hear 6 is a train wreck. 1 I've never gotten to play, which I do have it on PS4 for free. It's the remake though. I'll probably play that version. 2 I've never played, but I'll probably play the remake. 3 never played that either. So I've barely played any Resident Evil games. But I would like to change that at some point. I would like to change that. Whenever that may be, I just don't know yet exactly. But yeah. I wonder if we'll ever hear from Little Big Planet ever again. I don't know, honestly. That's a good question. I also thank you for the question there about Resident Evil 2. Supermoon asks, is there a game you ever wanted to play but never was able to find a copy or way to? Can't say for sure, honestly, because I kind of have been able to play, or now I have the access to play some of these games now. Originally, the longest time was Jet Force Gemini, but then they put it on Rare Replay, and I finally played that on the channel a couple of years ago. A lot of 3DS games, but now I have a 3DS cap card, so now I can do that. Yeah, just stuff like that, honestly. I can't really recall, like, a very rare games, honestly. So, yeah. Can't really say for sure, but like I said, I have the access to streaming anything or just playing anything now because I have the ability to, so yeah. And last question is from the Friendly Salty Dan. It says, is there any type of video game you're looking forward to in the future? P.S. You into Dragon Ball anime? P.S. If you are, I can send you the full dub movie. P.S. You're awesome. Well, thank you. Number one, in the future, I don't know. I kind of look forward to anything, honestly, but not like super duper hyped as much. But probably Animal Crossing's up on there. Luigi's Mansion 3 is probably up there as well. Probably Halo Infinite might be on there, actually. Especially if that game is retro Halo. I think what else? But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, right now, not really too much after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Don't really have too much. I'm really too like yeah for at the moment. So that may change as the year goes on. But right now, I can't really think of anything, honestly. But yeah, am I even to Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball. Yeah, I am. I haven't watched any of Super, so I don't really know what's going on with that. I think it might have ended already. I don't know for sure. But yeah, I remember watching a lot of Dragon Ball, the original, which I really like a lot. I really like the original Dragon Ball a little bit more over Z. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm sorry. Z is good. I like Z. I remember watching through all of Z. GT. I regret watching that. But yeah, I guess you could say I am. And if you are, you can send the full dub movie. That's cool. Well, maybe I'll get in contact about that. I know what game I should get you, and what's that? What game is that? What game would that be? If I don't mind asking. Oh, I got another question. Hold on, I'll answer that now real quickly. So thank you for the question there. And next question from Anonymous. Anonymous says, someone you miss? Like my channel in that? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people I miss. There's a lot of people who used to be pretty frequent here, and they don't come by anymore as often as they used to, or they are busy or whatever. I basically miss a lot of people. I can't just name one person in particular. There's just a lot of people I miss having around, you know? It's just hard to... how do I say this? There's just so many people to say exactly that don't come by anymore, or either they don't come by anymore, they're busy, or if you had a falling out with them, like all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I kind of miss... There's a lot of people I miss having around and whatnot, or just frequently talking to. There's some people on IRL I do as well, but that's just how things are nowadays. People are busy and whatnot. You're not as what's the word? Just not as don't have much of the free time like you used to, you know. So, but yeah, there's a lot of people I miss having around for sure, just talking to on a daily basis or whatever you want to say. So, people move on, you know. And I kind of have to do the same too. I don't want to be that guy that kind of demands having people there. It's their decision to come by. I don't want to waste their time, right? So, yeah, that's kind of how I see it. So, it's their decision if they want to come to the channel and whatnot, or just hang out with me, or just talk with me, or whatever. So. And then I don't want to be the guy that says that you need to be, right? So it's not right. It's not the right way to go at it about that stuff. But there's sometimes I kind of wish for people that I have had falling outs with, I could like what's the word? Fix everything, or just heal wounds, I guess you could say. But I don't know how if they would even let me. So, but yeah, yeah. It's getting, I don't know. I'm getting kind of emotional talking about that, so I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, free Zeppo. Yes, free Zeppo indeed. That's a guy that needs to be freed. But he's on the moon right now, looking for Neil Armstrong. So that's what he told me. He's still looking for Neil Armstrong. So hopefully he finds him one day and he can come back to Earth. Which, no, he's not actually an astronaut. He was just messing around saying that. He's just busy IRL, basically. So. But, yeah, so there you go. Thank you for the question there. But yeah, with that, I think that's going to do it for our Q&A session. So thank you for all the questions for this month. If you ever have a feature question you would like to ask, you can use, once again, the Ask Andy command that you see up here. You can post it in my Twitch chat at any point, whenever I'm live or whatever. And you can send me questions for future episodes of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So yeah, that's basically going to wrap things up for this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So thank you everybody for coming by. I appreciate that. Just a little bit of a rundown of what we did here tonight for this episode. We did our subscriber shout out, giving a nice little shout out to all the people who subbed to the channel for the month of January. We had our month recap. We also had our month's plans. We showcased the schedule for the month of February of 2019. We showcased our highlight of the month. We did the games or stuff I bought or was gifted during the month segment. We also did some news and announcements. One regarding the voice changer, since it's back and better than ever, I'd say. Had a bit of a update regarding the Discord server. We also had an update regarding Mario Kart Sundays with Mario Kart Wii G Grand Prix and all that stuff. We also did announced our caster of the month, which once again is Trumpet M Cool. Make sure to go follow him; he's awesome. And then we had our Q&A session. So yeah, so with that will wrap up our Monthly Beatdown Podcast episode for February of 2019. The March edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, once again, is going to be coming to you live here in February. Around the end of the month. It should be coming to you live here on February 27th, 2019, so expect that. We still have, as of this recording, we still have 2 more streams for January. Our next one is going to be tomorrow on January 29th with the start of Kingdom Hearts 3 for Let's Play Night, so I look forward to that, the release day, which I'm very happy that I'm able to do a release day stream of that game. It should be pretty awesome. And then our last stream for January will be on the 31st with Late Night Beatdowns, with whatever I decide for Late Night Beatdowns for my game, and then you guys can pick what game is played for that, so yeah. But yeah, that's going to do it for this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So thank you everybody for watching. If you were watching this live on YouTube, make sure to give a like. If you also want to get more stuff in my stream here, you can also follow my channel by subscribing there on YouTube. But if you'd like to check out me more, I do more stuff on Twitch, so make sure to follow my Twitch channel, which you can find in the description down below. If you're watching this live here on Twitch, make sure to follow the channel by clicking the follow button. And yeah, that will do it. So that's going to do it for this month's edition. So January's in the books, and I look forward to February, because I think February is going to be pretty awesome. I think February is going to be a pretty good month, I think. So I look forward to it, and I hope a lot of people can come on by for an awesome February. It should be pretty great. But with that, that's going to do it for me tonight. So thank you everybody for coming by. I appreciate it, and we'll see you all the next time on the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, or just in a feature stream for here on the Gaming Beatdown. So with that being said, you guys have a great night. Thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.